Hello everyone. I hope you're having a great day, and today I propose you to join me during the process of the painting with gouache of this cute little fish. So, first things first, this is my sketchbook and I did some things in it. So it's mostly alcohol markers drawings that I did, and I did those two paintings last week and I have a YouTube video about it. So if you want to see me paint a watermelon and a jalapeno, don't hesitate to watch it. So as you can see on the right, I have the reference, which is really simple. It's a cute little fish, and I always do the same things when I do my sketch. I keep it really simple. As you can see, it's mostly straight lines and I don't do complicated things, because the more you add details, the less, how you can say it, the less liberty you will have when you paint. So don't draw too much. You want a simple sketch. And after the sketch, I always spray water on the paper to prepare it. So for this painting, I used this Colorex watercolor ink, one which is pink and one which is really orange, and as you can see, it's so pigmented. Oh my god, I love them, but I hate them at the same time. I say that because I put the ink directly on the paper and I think it was a huge mistake. I should have mixed it with water and after put it on the paper. By adding the drops directly on the paper, it was too pigmented for it, and I'm glad I used gouache, because if I had to paint with watercolor in it, it would have been impossible to cover these big stains, whereas gouache can cover it. So woohoo! By the way, excuse me in advance, because right now I'm recording myself and I see that I have one big problem when I speak English. I say the word so too much. Really, I'm trying too hard with this word. It's too much. I say so like 20 times in the same video. And I'm trying really hard to not say it, but it comes so easily, as you can see, when I speak. So I will try to have a more diverse vocabulary in English. And the fact that I do my YouTube videos in English will be, I hope, a good exercise to speak a better English and not have a simple vocabulary, because you can't enjoy a video when the person repeat the same word so much time in the same video. Anyway, back to the process of this painting. So I don't have a clear process on my mind when I'm painting. I think I go with the flow, and it really depends on if I'm using watercolor, gouache, or acrylic. But for this one, I choose to start with the main colors of the body of the fish or the tail. I choose yellow and orange for the body, and if I'm not wrong, the tail on the reference was a kind of dark gray or black, but as you can see, I chose a purple, because why not? You're creating, you should have fun with the colors, with everything, and with the process. So if you don't want to stick to what you see, do what you want. Choose the color that you want. To be honest, I didn't really know what I was doing. It was the first time that I was painting a fish, and it's so tiny and it has so much details on the tails, for example, or all those fish scales, and it has so much colors. It's so different. In this point it's gray, in this point it's green, in this part of the painting it's yellow. It was so tiny and so complicated, and that's why I encourage you to do this exercise. Take something that you don't usually paint or draw and do it. I'm doing it since like 2 or 3 weeks, and it really helps me, because first I always thought I couldn't paint or draw anything else than portraits, because I always did that, only portraits of mostly women, but some males too, but mostly women. And even if I loved it, I felt stuck, because I felt really limited, and I think I will be able to add more diversity in my paintings by doing this exercise. Now maybe I can draw faces but add some cute animals in it. I don't know, but that's a good exercise. Just trying to be more diverse, and even if it will not be my style to draw or paint fishes in the future, I know that I'm able to do it, and it's good for the practice. I was thinking, how do you consume your art videos? For example, I have the normal way where you just put play and you watch your art video. We have the second option, which is that you consume it as a podcast. For example, you put play on it and you don't watch it because you do something else at the same time. So you just listen at it. And I think it really depends on the artist, of course, because some artists don't really talk during their art process. Some others talks a lot. It really depends. And for example, one artist that I could just listen during hours and hours, we have Black Bean. It's an artist that paints and draw with, for example, oil pastel. And if you don't know him, just look at his YouTube channel because he has a lot of video and his personality is top tier. He's funny, he's really creative, and if you are in a bad mood, just listen to him. And we have the third option that I use a lot. It's when I'm painting myself or drawing, I like to feel inspired, and by watching my favorite artists doing their art at the same time, I think it really inspires me and it allows me to see their process and maybe take some tips there and there. So I just wanted to know, how do you consume your art videos? Oh my god, this is the part I think I hated because I really struggled. It was the part where I had to add details of the fish scales, and it's a fish, so it has many fish scales, but the trick is to add enough details but not too much. And I'm not a hyper realistic artist, so I don't want to replicate every detail that I see. So you have to know what you have to suggest and what you don't want to suggest, because you will feel lost and submerged by all these details at the end. I have to tell you, I really struggled to record this painting because I used my old phone and it doesn't have a lot of memory capacity. So, when I record a video and it is like 10 minutes long, my phone is dying. My phone is begging for me to delete some files because no more. And it explains why I couldn't record every second of the process of this painting. And now you can see in the next frame here that the fish is pretty advanced. I couldn't record a big part of my process. I'm really disappointed, but you know what? I bought a new phone. Yes. Clap. I bought Samsung Galaxy S24, if I'm not wrong. And normally the last frame of the video were recorded with the new phone, so I hope you will be able to see the difference in the quality. I see it, but I hope you will be able to see it too. And yeah, I'm really happy because it's a huge relief. I'm not struggling anymore. By the way, this is my favorite part because I add pink wherever I want, and pink is the best color in the world, so I'm really happy. I always do that, and I think it adds a spiciness, something that I could not explain in French or in English, but I hope you like it. And those are the final brush strokes. I always finish with the background for the painting, but you know what? It's not the end, because now I have to use the color pencils. I use the brand Bic and the brand Faber-Castell. I will let you guess which one is the more expensive. But I use the mix of these two brands and it does the job, and I'm pretty happy with the result. So for this part, I just use the color pencils to add more details that I couldn't really reach with my brushes and with gouache. The goal is not to use all the color pencils that you have on the paintings and to cover it, because no, you want to see the brush strokes of the paintings. You don't want to change the nature of your painting, but you want to add details, but not too much. Those blue touches I added with the color pencils, when I put them, I was like, oh my god, I love it, because it makes the difference, and it's those few details that you will be, as the artist, the only one to notice them, and it's not details for you, it's everything. It makes the difference. And this was the last pencil stroke of my painting, and now I can take off the masking tape. I struggled a bit to take it off because I think that the fact that the paint dried during 1 week with the masking tape, it got kind of stuck and made the process harder. And this is the final result. I hope you like it. I hope you like the video. If you have any kind of suggestion, don't hesitate to tell me. And don't hesitate to subscribe, because you know what? Next week I will paint with you this cute peach. See you soon and have a nice day. Bye!